We're here at Airsoft Junkies. Just wanted to give you guys an operations update. We just finished Dragon Rogue 3. We talked some AAR comments, and then talked about some Tier 1s, and then we're also going to get into what's next on the schedule. So we saw some great action there at Dragon Rogue 3. It was the third installment there in Georgetown, Team Airsoft's field. Western and Eastern, it was almost balanced. I think Western had 96 players, Eastern had 112. Thoughts, takeaways, Godfather?
Well, first of all, it was a great AO. Great area, lots of hills. You had water. You had, real tall trees. You had battles across a creek. You had shooting distance. You had some structures. So at once, just an intense AO. And if you guys played this weekend, you know the hump back to the spawn points was no joke. And I think that's one of the things that kept it great. Fight shifted well on the field. The objectives were hard fought over, especially the second day during the limited visibility round. That round was only an hour, but I'm telling you, it was probably one of the most intense of the game. It was one of the greatest rounds I've seen in a while. And if you stuck around for Tier 1 guys, Tier 1, well, you got to experience something that goes above and beyond the average Milsim experience. And Tier 1 guys, we had just as much fun doing it as you guys had participating in it. And I'm going to turn it over to Coach to talk a little bit more about the Tier 1 experience and what it offers.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Coach. Last night's Tier 1 over the weekend, it was a new one that we did. It was a recover of a vehicle. Sent out a QRF mission. Pretty much teach these guys on how to give out a real military stick lane, give them an op order, have them design their own leadership. From there they kick out. They go and they do their own planning, do the rehearsals. The guys that did the Tier 1 this weekend, they learned real quick on, rehearsal, and it gets the mission done. We had a couple of vets and a whole lot of civilians that did it, and they all came back and they learned something from it. This weekend they got to see a lot of tracer fire, a lot of use of pyro, the actual prop that we use, which is the Humvee. The guys really did it really good. They moved up, did some great actions on contact. We got a lot of great video too that we're should post up on it. It looked really good on my part, and they enjoyed it very much. We had a lot of good positive feedback.
Yeah, guys. For those of you who participated, you moved well to contact. Being on the OpFor side, I can tell you, I got faced with a sea of BBs that night. So you guys did a great job.
I think that's hitting on one of the major aspects. One of the players came up after the Tier 1 and said, "Hey, what's great about this is his second Tier 1 with us. Hey, what you guys are doing is you guys teach us how to get better." And it applies us. I appreciate that. That was his second time. You know who you are. You're already sporting 2 patches. I know you're already getting ready to sign up for the Tier 1 at Serious Viking. But for them, it was a chance to say, how do we get better as a player?
It's even the changes they made through it, though. I mean, we went and reset and went down the hill, and it was just a difference the way they played from actions on contact to where they originally started the mission to even at the end where they came online when they were exfilling with the Humvee, and next thing you know, we initiate contact in the entire forest from the forest that we were going against as OpFor, just white lights the entire forest, and from there it just becomes a hailstorm of BBs. It was definitely a change from the initial contact. We played some rounds out, and then kind of white lights went on for a minute, and then kind of shut off. That one they kind of just lit us up, and they eliminated the enemy force, and just guys, Charlie Mike at that point.
Guys, a note to you: if you're apprehensive about playing a limited visibility or what you would call a night round, guys, sign up for a Tier 1. Take the experience. Most people think, well, I need nods, I need this, I need that. You don't really, guys. Ask anybody who did a Tier 1 this weekend. Night vision devices are great to have, but you can have just as great an experience without a night vision device. And that's kind of what we wanted to show you in the Tier 1s.
Just drop another note. Those of you, I've seen a lot of faces do the same Tier 1s. Every time they jump on this, they pay for it, they knock it out. Every time we do a Tier 1, it's always going to be different. It's never going to be the same. These upcoming events, you're going to see some brand new missions. You're going to be like, wow.
I think the biggest piece, though, going back to what Godfather said was, hey, why aren't you signing up for the Tier 1? Well, I don't have nods. Like, look, man, there were plenty of armies that fought at night before the invention of night vision. Trust me, I've been doing this for a while. I remember when one guy in a squad had night vision and everybody else just kind of followed his lead. And that was the real deal back in 89, 90. So, Tier 1s, we designed them to challenge the players and have them learn something. And it's great to get feedback from the player base. So you're missing out if you're not doing Tier 1s. It's not, the price is on point. So we always hear from the player base. Plus you get to go back knowing that you accomplished something. Moving on, getting back to Dragon Rogue 3 Aftermath. Coach, what'd you see?
Believe it or not, I saw a lot of great movements and action on contact. When these two forces would come together, it was like, wow, sitting back and watching it. Everybody had good positive identification of their targets. I didn't see a lot of admins ever get hit or shot. Every now and then it's going to happen. But action on contact with these guys, I saw a lot of flanking. I saw a lot of support by fire, a lot of bounding. It was outstanding. I want to give it, the terrain was a huge plus for these guys. You found all 5 terrain features on this one field. It was outstanding.
Yeah, favorite objective to watch the fight.
I gotta agree with Godfather on that one. The low visibility game was one.
Yeah, objective block.
Objective
yeah,
block,
crossroads.
Was
one
right
of the
there.
best uses of smoke I've ever seen, either in my military days or watching Milsim all this time. And it's probably one of the best uses of smoke and movement that I've seen in a long time.
That one guy, you know who you are. You sacrificed all that smoke and you got it at the end. That was outstanding. You know who you are.
So
It's even, I mean, coming from what we've done, this is the 3rd installment of
Yep.
Dragon Rogue. I mean, it's incredible where the players have come. 'Cause a lot of these guys have been to all three
Yeah.
now, and just to watch them move, like you said, the movement techniques, it's actually came a very, very long ways. You guys have came a long ways since even just the last 2 Dragon Rogues. I mean, bounding, battle buddy bounding movements. I mean, you guys are just, I mean, flanking maneuvers. You had it all. You put it together and you executed it. It was actually pretty incredible to watch, not only as admins but even as Op 4 during the night rounds and as we jumped in and out. I mean, Green Team, you guys definitely had it together with movement.
Yeah.
Western, you guys had the communication. You guys were moving. Maybe not as much firepower as Eastern, but it is what it is. Next time, maybe you guys will bring a couple more sauce.
I think you hit on something though. I was giving a little bit of feedback to the Western Command on the end of day 1. I said, hey, Eastern has a lot of new faces. There were a lot of new guys on the Eastern Empire that had never been to Team Airsoft's field. And as a result, they were moving literally map in hand. Okay, my boss told me to go to Kilo 7, and they got a map in hand and they were moving to that location. The Western, oh yeah, I need to go over here to the crossroads. I need to go over here to the sand pit, or I need to go over here to Satellite Hill. They knew the terrain, but they had a hard time linking it to the strategy. Western went in with a great strategy. From the big picture, they had a good plan. I was talking to Ben Kiker. Big shout out to you. He had a good, solid campaign strategy. The getting that vision of what he had down to the rifleman though was a little difficult. Versus Eastern, the guy down to the rifleman level, they had, hey, we're going to go do this, and then we're going to do that. They took it lockstep, and it paid out big for Eastern. So
Beast of the East.
yeah, the Beast of the East. Hey, Carlos Wong. Hey, you were saw you at the point of friction, constantly pushing, man. Big shout out to you as well. Okay, so best part of the battlefield for you on Dragon Road.
Best part, honestly, even though you guys lit me up, Tier 1 operators, when you guys came down in the last, about 5 minutes of the op, and you guys are going down across Land Bridge, that was, I mean, movement techniques, incredible. I mean, spacing you guys had at nighttime. You guys knew where all your friendly forces were, so when you guys went up the hill, I actually killed about 4 of you in the back, and you probably never even knew they were dead. And that's kind of just that thing of, hey, make sure you guys had that spacing. Those guys were kind of about 50, 75 meters behind your last element. When you guys came back down, you guys stayed together, worked as a team. As soon as you initiated that contact, you guys white lighted the forest and just took out all the Op 4, and that was it. And you guys Charlie Mike'd and completed the mission quick. So hats off to you guys. You guys definitely, that was a learning experience, but you took it and executed it throughout the entire round.
So for me, Dragon Rogue 3, Chapter 3, it's almost like a good bookend. You got Dragon Rogue 1. For Dragon Rogue 3, I think the best part for me was watching the command element have the strategy, and then down at the rifleman squad level, the application of tactics. So some guys who like playing chess, it's great. Some guys who like to be, the mover and shooter, it had something for both strategist and tactician. Moving on to what's next. Hey, Broken Dagger, we are on. The event is going forward. I know there was a little shakiness because some guys were procrastinating. Procrastination in Airsoft, not good. But in the end, we pulled it out. We were over 200 tickets and climbing. Get your tickets while you can. We've got some great sponsors coming on board. We'll announce them here in a couple of days. How big is the facility, Justin? Give them a taste.
Broken Dagger facility, guys, is about 50 acres. It's an industrial complex. It used to be an old sweetener factory for candy, is what I've been told. I don't think you'll find any on the AO. I've already searched. But it definitely is something different. We've played at a lot of industrial sites. This one is set up a lot differently. There's a lot of roads and stuff that are going in between. The buildings are broken up a lot with a lot of different rooms and different areas to go out of. Of course, there's going to be a lot of fighting outdoors as well. There's going to be some different elevation accesses, so you guys will be able to get up to the second floors and get those different viewpoints on the field. So you'll be able to see, I mean, there's points that you guys will be able to see across the entire field. So for your sniper and recon elements, that could be huge if you guys can secure those positions. You'll be able to relay a lot of information and intel back to your guys' command to help you maneuver throughout the field to achieve objectives.
Okay. Tier 1s, we're looking at Friday and Saturday night.
Friday and Saturday night.
Yep.
So, hey, we've got players that show up and go, I don't know if I want to do a Tier 1, and they're watching the guys kit up and gear up Friday night for the Friday night mission, and then you change, oh, I want to get in on the one on Saturday. Hey, you still can. If you're leery, you don't know what a Tier 1 is, I've got players that automatically sign up for both because they know what they're going to get into. But if you're on the fence for Tier 1s and I just don't know, and then you get there at Broken Dagger and you change your mind and say, hey, I want in, yes, we can get you in. You'll see our sponsor, our vendor on site, see Airsoft Junkies, they'll get you in.
Guys, we're also going to be posting some Tier 1 video from Dragon Rogue, so be sure to check that out.
Yep.
Keep in mind, guys, though, with the Tier 1s, they are limited spots. So they run in a platoon-size element each night. So once those platoons are full, though, that's it for the night round. So if you guys, I mean, of course, we may have some spots, but if they do all sell out before the event, we won't have any that day. So if you guys definitely want to do it, get your tickets and go around.
The other thing is, a lot of players ask all the time, well, is the Tier 1 the night round? No, when you buy a base ticket, you automatically are getting into the main event, which is 2-day rounds on Saturday, a low visibility evening round, and then a Sunday morning blowout day round and going right into the raffle. So the Tier 1s are after hours. We do them after hours because we really want to focus on the instruction and on the learning piece, and we don't want to have to take you off the field for those. So, like I said, if you're interested in Tier 1s, get into them. I think we've beaten that horse. Serious Viking, Darlington, South Carolina, 16-18 September. Tickets are going to go on sale here right before the 15th of May. I already got a lot of questions asked here at Dragon Rogue 3. When are the tickets going on sale? Early bird tickets are going to go on sale here right before the 15th of May on our new website. So keep an eye out for them. We'll post a link on Facebook. We'll get the word out through the newsletter. Get your tickets as soon as you can. Save a few bucks. Of course, if you're not within the first 200 tickets, not to fear. The regular ticket price for Serious Viking is $95. But don't wait. Just like all our other games here on the East Coast, we sell out. Stonebreaker, we were at 485 players and that was sold out. We sold out 2 years in a row on that one. For Serious Viking, I think the cap is 500, and we're anticipating to hit it. So,
now guys, Serious Viking, if you haven't seen, go on thirdcoastairsoft.com. We do have pictures up on it. You can also go to Operation Serious Viking on Facebook. Now, that facility, this is going to be something new actually for, us definitely in general, which is going to be awesome. It's 760 acres, so there's going to be a lot of room to do a lot of different things.
You're going to get everything. Action in the woods, urban. Who knows what else you might see?
Maybe some foot patrols out somewhere. Who knows? A lot of you guys have been to Third Coast Airsoft games. As you know, we have a way that we run the events, but as you know, we always throw a twist at you every game. So there's definitely going to be something new for you out there.
Tier 1s for the Serious Viking is going to be something completely different and new that I don't think Airsoft World has ever attempted to do. I got a crazy
Vehicle supported.
genius idea. It's going to be something that's going to totally blow your mind, and you're going to learn something so damn awesome off it. So, yeah.
How to mount and dismount from vehicles. So the guys who are vets have been overseas, done quarter-hour searches. You're close, but we're talking some dynamic action on objectives. So keep an ear to the ground. Godfather, what else? What else you want to say about Serious Viking?
Well, just get ready, guys. You have an AO this big, be ready for anything. Coach and I have been putting our heads together. And like he said, his concept is great, but it's not just going to be one twist. Especially even if you're not doing the Tier 1s, or even if you don't get signed up in time, guys. The AO is so big. There's so many ways we could spin this. Just come on out, guys. You're going to have a great time.
So hey, just a quick summation. Hey, we got Broken Dagger coming up 10th, 12th June. Tickets are still on sale. Hurry up and get the tickets. We got a lot of questions on, well, can we buy at the door? Guys, we don't do sell at the door. That's
And
hard logistically. So get your
One
tickets where
reason
you
we
can.
don't do sell at the door is so we can be prepared to make the game as good as it can get for you.
So, Broken Dagger, 10-12 June, Chicago. Hey, Illinois, your neighboring states are outnumbering you in signing up. So, if you guys were on the fence, jump on board. I think you're going to Blast Camp.
Yeah, guys, I'll actually be up there at Blast Camp. I know you guys got conflicts too coming up. That's going to be at Blast Camp. It's actually a home field of mine back when I used to play Airsoft, so we'll be up there. Well, I'll be up there checking it out and playing with you guys. So definitely come by, say hi, and we'll be seeing you guys again in a couple weeks at Operation Broken Dagger.
Okay, then like I said, Serious Vikings coming up. Texas crowd, we haven't forgotten you. We're getting ready to fly back to Texas today. Axe Ripper, 14 May. We're doing that in partnership with AR-15, Airsoft Revolution 15. Get your tickets through their website. The event page on Facebook is up. It's a one-day game at a great field there in San Antonio, Texas. So get your tickets. That one's a $30 game. There will be tier 1s at that one. So Texas crowd, we didn't forget you. We love you. That's why we're doing a one-dayer in San Antonio. That field, you'll see that field again, Starburst. So make sure you get out there and you recon that field at Axe Ripper.
Yeah, guys, San Antonio, that's not too far from anything in Texas, except El Paso.
Except on this.
All right.
So, all right.
And last thing, guys, a huge thanks from Third Coast Airsoft, of course, to our sponsors, Airsoft Junkies, PTS Syndicate, Tippmann Sports, and of course Wolverine Airsoft. Without you guys, none of this is even possible for us to
None
do.
of
So,
this. Awesome.
none of this. You guys are a huge supporter of ours, and between the sponsors and the players, you guys are what makes all this possible for us to do. So,
And if you'd like to find out more about some of these great sponsors, visit airsoftjunkies.com or their associated websites.
All right, guys. Check you later.